Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. This is Andrew coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. I am home, you can tell by the background, and it's an evening video. Tonight's topic is going to be, do you remember the time when we first met? Think about that. Guys, before I jump into the content, please remember, if you like it, subscribe, share it with people you think it could benefit, and let's keep this education going. Do you remember the time when we first met? This is very simple, this topic, and it won't be that long. But what it is you tend to remember certain key dates in your life. You remember, for example, let's say when you went to first grade, hypothetically, or your first kiss, or your first job. Special moments like that, you remember these things. Now, each and every one of us have different things we remember, but we do. I'm certain one thing you remember is your first house, or your first car, or your first crush, whatever. Do you remember the time when we first met? That is, do you remember the time when you first met the narcissist? Now, I am willing, sincerely, to guess that you do. I'm willing to guess you know where you were, when it was, the date, maybe even the time. I'm not sure about that exact detail, but there's a good chance, because I'll be honest with you, I can remember the date, time, place, most people that were there, and everything. You see, that was a encounter that changed my life forever. And we already know how. But you, on the channel watching, and thank you for being here, I'm certain you also can remember when you first met the narcissist. And unbeknownst to you, you didn't know what a narcissist was, just like me. You just thought this was a person that you wanted to spend time with and to get to know better and hopefully develop a relationship. And here we are. So, the name of the video, it's so true in many aspects with the narcissistic relationship. Now remember, this one's predominantly for a romantic relationship, because if you're siblings, you know how that is. And if it was a job, I guess it could relate there too, because you remember your first day you met that person. I don't know if you remember the exact date, but you probably your first encounter with them, like, oh my God, what's this? So the thing is let's focus on the romantic relationship in this situation. You do remember it, and I'm certain you remember many dates of the narcissistic relationship. Example would be, for me, I remember the very first time I met the narcissist. I remember I remember a lot of things, let's put it that way, and I certainly remember the discard. In between, there are literally dozens of things that are highlights that I remember. I don't remember all of the negativity and all the drama and chaos and all that. I mean, the dates, I don't remember it. I remember the circumstances quite well. But when you met the narcissist for the first time, this changed your life forever. You see, it took you from a healthy, beautiful, loving, kind individual into a world that you did not even know existed, the world of narcissistic abuse. And when you entered that world, you entered willingly, and you entered with hope and expectations and probably commitment, devotion, and a future. That's probably what you did, because that's what I did. And you were sucked into the love bomb. The narcissist sank their dirty fangs into you. The deval happened, the discard, and here we are. The thing is, you do remember these dates, and I'm certain you remember other dates too. This video doesn't need to be specifically about dates only. It can be certain places. Maybe those places you used to go with the narcissist, or those places that the narcissist took you to that were, let's say, kind of euphoric. And you're like, wow, this is cool. I've never done this before. I've never seen this. Things like that. All these things happen throughout the relationship, and yeah, even during the deval, because they do have moments of clarity, let's say, and they do have glimpses of being a positive, uplifting person, glimpses. But all of these things come together when you're in the relationship and when you're out of it, meaning post-discard or the relationship ends. These dates will stay with you for quite a while, I'm certain. And the times, the dates, the places. And I'm not just talking about holidays. Like, I remember, I'm not me, but I'm an example B. Like, if you remember Christmas of 2018, not like that, because that's a standard thing. I'm talking like, a random date where you were when you met the narcissist, or what they did, certain things. And these are ingrained in your memory. They are. They're there for a long time. Now, as time goes on, I'm sure that you want to lose the date memory. And from my experience, I haven't lost it yet, because it's like crystal clear to me. I mean, I have a good memory anyway, but all these dates are stuck in my head right now. As I get further along in the healing process, I wonder if they will start to dissipate and go away. my expectation and hope is they will. But I talk to so many people, and most of you guys who I speak with, however it is, you remember vividly the dates, specifically the date you met the narcissist, and you definitely remember the date it ended. Like, that is like seared into your memory forever. It is. It's just the way it goes. And I'm certain you remember both of those extremely well. Maybe even what the person was wearing, where you were, perfume, all that kind of stuff, whatever it would be. But these are just highlights and lowlights of your relationship with the narcissist. You see, I am no memory professional, but I do understand how the brain works. And when you put certain emotions mixed with a reaction, it triggers a memory, and that's a fact. And maybe it was the euphoria of meeting the narcissist. Maybe it was the allure of them. Wow, I finally met somebody. Maybe it was the hope, the anticipation, the expectation of this wonderful person you thought was a human being turned out to be a narcissist. But in the discard, you certainly remember that. I can tell you right now, you can probably remember the time, what you were wearing, what you did immediately after the discard, how it ended, who you talked to, how you ruminated, all the things. And again, this video isn't to trigger people, it's just to remind you that you do remember these dates. I know you do, because I do. And like I said, my hope is that these will dissipate over time, and I believe they will, because new things will be created, new memories, new positive emotions, feelings. Just your life is changing overall for the best. So I wanted to record this video, a brief one, because I'm home and I love being home. Like, see my background, like this is every day, it's beautiful. But also I wanted to, because when I was walking up my hill, I was thinking, wow, the dates. Do you remember the time when we first met? And yeah, you do. And when you met them, you were believing it was one person, and by the end of the relationship, and as we know, all narcissistic relationships end one way or the other, romantic ones, they do. And at the end, you're like, wow, what was that? Like, that was a roller coaster from hell, something I would never buy a ticket to again in my entire life, which again is why you're here on the channel. So I want to drop this video. I'm going to end it right now. I just wanted you guys to know that, test yourself, ask yourself, do you remember the dates when you first met them? Do you remember the time when you first met the narcissist? I'm certain you do. I know you remember how it ended. So again, guys, I hope you liked the video. It's a quick one. I love doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. I'll talk to you soon. Be blessed. Namaste. I love you guys. Bye-bye.